I'm James. I'm going to do some baking with you today. First thing we need to do before we get started though, wash our hands. Really important you wash them properly. Plenty of soap. Rub your hands together, get the soap all over, in between your fingers. Scrub your nails against your other fingers. Get them really lathered up. Don't want to leave the tap running though, because it's bad enough having one disaster at the moment. We don't need to run out of water as well. So, there we go. Now we're all washed, we're ready to do some baking. So one of the first things we want to do, we want to put the oven on. So I'm going to preheat the oven to 190 degrees Celsius. Now if you've got a fan oven, you can do 170 degrees Celsius. Next thing we need to do, we need to weigh out all the ingredients. So it's 100 grams of butter, 75 grams of golden syrup, 40 grams of brown sugar and 200 grams of oats. Now I'm just going to do that now and then I'll put them in bowls ready to go. So now we've got the 75 grams of golden syrup into our pan. We're going to add to that the 40 grams of brown sugar, and then I've got 100 grams of butter, and I've cut that up so it's not in one big chunk so it'll melt easier. So I'll put all that in there. Now we want to turn the heat on under the pan, and we're going to melt all the ingredients together. And then chop the butter up even more as we go into smaller pieces. The smaller the pieces, the quicker it melts. My brown sugar, give that any lumps out of it, just helps. Brown sugar gives your flapjack a really nice flavour. So that's all coming together nicely. The butter's nearly all melted. Just keep going until it's all melted in. Keep stirring all the time because you don't want it to catch on the bottom of your pan. Alright, lovely. Alright, there's no lumps of anything, all the butter's melted in, so we can turn the heat off now. So what we want to do, we'll get the 200 grams of porridge oats in there, so we're going to add that now to our lovely buttery treacly mix. Let's stir that in. Making sure that all the oats are covered with the mixture. Now at this stage you can either leave it just as it is, a straight flapjack, or you can add any dried fruit. You can have raisins, apricots, whatever you fancy, and you know, to make breakfast bars. You can even add chocolate chips, but don't do that at this stage because everything's so hot they'll just melt and you won't know they're in there. Right, so that's now ready to be transferred to our baking tray. So I've just put a piece of greaseproof paper in the bottom. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's not as neat as anything, it's only so it helps you get it out. So at this stage, if you were adding chocolate chips, you can put a bit of your mix in, and you can spread it out, and then you can sprinkle any chocolate chips in now, like that, and then you can fill over the top. So we get everything out of here, and then, thank you. want to push it down hard. So we're doing it about a centimetre thick. And as you can see, it sticks to a wooden spoon, so a metal spoon is better for getting it into the corners. Have everything in there. Alright. And this recipe is dead easy to, if you double it up, if you've got a bigger baking tray. This I've just done as a small one, so if it's your first time out, you're not using a lot of ingredients. So right, we've tapped that flat. It's into the corners. Nice and smooth across the top. And it's even across the bottom of the pan. So that is now ready to go into the oven. And so we've already preheated the oven, so I'll pop that in now. And it needs to go in for about 20 to 25 minutes until it's golden brown. That smells fantastic. Now, I've just put a mark down the middle, so I'm now going to turn it. That's hot. And I'm just going to mark my slices. If you do this now, it saves so much hassle later. Because it's nice and soft now. Once it's cool, it becomes hard. So we'll now leave that to cool, and as soon as it's cool, you can lift it out and it's ready to eat. I hope you enjoy.